Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fortnite Save the World video. So, ramp amplifier again. And no surprise, all we need is a new loop bridge. It will fix any issues with the mini boss during wave 13, or any issues with smashers during wave 23. And a special edit for wave 3 smashers. Plus I will discuss some points regarding to loop bridges and how they work in the current state of the game right now. And some extra tips for how to control smashers and mini bosses in general. Because most of you must notice that smashers and mini bosses are a bit weird. Well, they always are, but it's more than usual right now. So, if you didn't know, wave 3 smashers don't recognize the amp. So, once they notice some walls, they will charge on them, because they hate walls. Same thing with Ridge wave 22 smashers, and Hill wave 19 smashers. I won't go for other edits for the main tunnel or the block-offs. I'm already working and testing a new build for this amp. But it's on hold for a bit right now. We all know how the terrain update is still a bit buggy. I'm waiting for the next update, it should fix it. It's after 1 week, I think. This will be another update for Ramp 2023 Build 1. Yes, the title says 2024 build. It's the same build but still works, so the title says works in 2024. Don't worry, I will add the main build video in the description plus all the previous updates. And if the new build is out, I will add it first, so you can go straight to it before building or editing any other thing. So, what's new with this amp? If you watched this video, when I talked about the current progress and edits in my Twine build, I showed this loop bridge, the left half, I will explain the other half in a moment. Worked well with the mini boss during wave 13. Since it started to destroy the old loop bridge for some people. But after more testing, smashers didn't like it during wave 23. So, I went back to the old loop bridge, the other half. It works fine for me, but some people still have the mini boss issue where it may destroy the floor connecting the loop bridge. You know what, let's use them both. Wait, both? That's right. Technically, it's not a double loop bridges for one amplifier. It's one loop bridge with 2 ways up. This idea worked so well with a lot of amplifiers. Like Devil, Hill, and other amplifiers in other bases. So, why not using it for ramp as well? I used to avoid not to use it, unless if I have to. Since it cost more structures. I have like maybe 200 or 300 extra structures already. And I can get even more if I remove the launch pads and the parts 1 added to help to move faster around the map. But some people don't have that much. Mostly because they add some extra parts / traps to their tunnel for more damage or if they have low durability. That's why I always show you some extra structures you can spare from your build before adding any others. So, if you have 0 structures left, you can still do the edits. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that in this video, since most of the build is different. As you see here, I removed almost half of the tunnel. And I made it 1-lane tunnel instead of 3. 1 lane costs way less, but some people may have issues with it. I have max traps damage and durability, so this small tunnel works for me. I will discuss more what to do if you got low damage and durability when I build this build, don't worry. So, if you want to do this edit, make sure you have enough traps damage and durability first. Because waves 23 and 26 are very heavy waves. But don't worry, the new extra part to the loop bridge won't cost that much. And by the way, I built it from wood, so you can recognize the new part easily. Use metal as usual. So, now the mini boss has its own way up, and smashers has their own way up. But to be honest, mini boss is still very weird till now. As you see here, it stands under the loop bridge like that, moving forward and backward for few seconds then depawn. Same thing with all the other amplifiers. It works, but I'm not satisfied with it. That's why I'm delaying any new builds. Anyway, now we got wave 13 and 23 sorted. What about wave 3? Well, with the old build, you won't have any issues with it. I already added ton of the traps and the entrance of the tunnel to eliminate them the second they enter it. But with this build, I built inside the terrain here. And it's one of the bugs in the game right now. Smashers, sploders, and lobbers will act crazy about it. I tested few things but without any help. Every time they spawn, they just go crazy on this part. So, I used the old school trick we used to use before to force them to go to the amp. Just by adding some walls here around the amplifier, any mini boss, smasher, lobber, sploders, all follow the main tunnel normally without causing any issues till they reach the amp and destroy these walls, then they can go crazy as they like. And it's a very cool trick. But I don't use it that much. Let me tell you why not. If I heavily depended on these walls around the amp, and for some reason they got destroyed, a lot of things can go wrong. Let's take Ridge for example. Adding some around the amp will help a lot with wave 22. But there is a very big chance for these walls to get destroyed before wave 22. Like Wave 5 mini boss can reach the amp easily, Wave 11 smashers, Wave 16 mini boss, Wave 10 sploders can go crazy. So, it's a high risk. But wait, why I use it for ramp amplifier after all of that? Simply, because it's Wave 3. The first and easiest wave on this amp. Like smashers won't even pass the first tile of the tunnel. And after that, if they got destroyed even early during Wave 5, it doesn't matter. No need for they anymore. As you will see in the gameplay. During Wave 13 and 23. When smashers or mini bosses reach the amp, they just destroy the walls around it, then follow the loop bridge or keep charging on the amp as usual. Oh, let me explain this as well, because a lot of people are confused about it. It's normal for smashers to destroy these arches. I built them in tier 2 brick so you can notice them. Smashers can follow the loop bridge normally, or they can stand here charging on the amp and destroy some of these arches. That's normal, don't worry. But to be honest, it happens more often right now. Even sometimes it happens for all the amplifiers, but it's rare. I saw that only once or twice. Mostly it's the same thing with the mini bosses. When they just stand under the loop bridge or near the amp most of the times. So, for now, that's normal, don't worry. Also, I noticed an issue with the block off here. Lobbers may destroy it from a distance sometimes. I changed it to this one, but I haven't tested that much. It's just some walls here to block them. Few edited floors behind. Some ceiling drop traps for any lobbers, zappers and pitchers trying to hit the block-offs from a distance, and few anti-air traps, just in case. Because lobbers are crazy right now for all the amplifiers. Real crazy, but I will discuss that later. I haven't tested it that much, a bit bored of the game right now to be honest. But here's it if anyone want to try it. And by the way, these walls have wall spikes traps on them. I haven't noticed anything new with this amp. So, this should cover everything. This loop bridge edit should fix any issues you have with this amp. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to use code Larsis in the item shop if you want to support me, helps me a lot. Like, subscribe if you are enjoying the content, helps the video to reach more people. Big thanks to channel members, and everyone uses my creator code, really appreciate your support. Here's the rest of the gameplay for this amp. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, see you in the next one.